Shh. Okay, there's a number of things I want you to do today, but the first is a very short lesson to cover the idea of correlation. We went over scatter plots last week. Now, when you have dots on a scatter plot, there's 4 different properties that you can talk about. So, that I need to move that down. Can you shush, please? Wait until after. Okay. If you see dots on a scatter plot going up to the right, we say, shh, you as well. We say it's a positive correlation. If the dots are going down to the right, we say it's a negative correlation. Are these dots going in any direction? This is random scatter. So that's going no correlation. Okay? You need to be able to describe these. So get a quick picture of those 3 and I'll move down. You can talk about correlation in terms of direction, linearity, strength, and outliers. So get direction down first. If the dots go up to the right, positive, down to the right, negative, randomly scattered, no correlation. This is the last lesson on statistics. All you're doing for the next couple of weeks is your statistical investigation. And I need to collect data from you today so that I can demonstrate. Take a seat. So I can demonstrate the assignment for you. What are you after? So I'll literally record a video of me doing an assignment with your data. So that you have no excuse. Say you didn't know how to do the assignment. Okay, next property. So direction, again, the dots going up to the right, positive, down to the right, negative, randomly scattered, no correlation. Linearity is about, well, it's in the name, if the dots form the shape of a line, we say it's a linear correlation. Are the dots here forming a straight line? Forming a curve? So we say it's non-linear. Get a very quick version of those 2 things.
Hey, we must take off
Huh?
your pencil.
Yeah. So if you see dots on a scatter plot and it looks like it forms a straight line, you can say it's linear. If it curves in any way, doesn't look like a straight line, you say it's non-linear. Next one is about strength. Oh, stuffed up. Yeah, you can. You can get this after. What would you say about how close the dots are to this line compared to this line compared to this one? As we go to the left, what's happening with the dots? Do they get closer to the line or further away? If I go from right to left, what's happening with
Closer.
closer? So if you have a shape here, the shape is a straight line. If the dots are really close together, it's a strong correlation. If they're sort of slightly away from the shape, we call it a moderate correlation. And if the dots are really far away from the shape, we say it's a weak correlation. So that's the third way to describe a relationship. And the last one is just about outliers. So I'll zoom out if people need to get that. Outliers are if the data point lies away from the main pattern, then we call it an outlier. You don't be tricked though. This is the main pattern of the data. You have a bunch of dots there that are really close together, forming a positive. It's going up to the right. Is this dot here, up to the right there, is that on the trend? Does it follow the trend of the lines, the dots that you can see in the bottom left? This one far up to the right, is it sitting in the same direction as where the dots are going? Yes or no? Yeah. You can see here the dots are forming a line. There's a gap here, but that dot up to the right is on the trend. Are these two dots here, the one below and the one above, are they on the trend? They're far away. So we call them outliers. So can you just get that last point there? I'll talk you through what I want you to do today, because there's 3 things. There's the practice. I want you to do, have your teachers been asking you to do pivot surveys this week? Yeah. So most of them they've been told, can you do your favourite class? So they're probably going to pick the ones that they think are going to give them the best result. I'm asking all my classes. I don't care. Or your opinion should matter. Normally, senior teachers like me would choose their year 12. No. Are you my class?
Yeah.
Should you have an opinion on whether I teach well or not? So I'd like you to do that pivot survey. Be brutally honest about it. There's 2 questions in there. One's about working in groups. Do I ask you to work in groups? No. So I shouldn't get a high mark because you might like me or something. I don't ask you to work in groups. Don't be a bro for me just to do that. I don't ask you to work in groups. So yeah, I'll stop the recording there.